and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got the new amazing Kullervo Deluxe skin, and I've got an updated Kullervo loadout guide today. With today's build, you can be very tanky on the steel path up to a limit, and also annihilate enemies with very, very high damage. So we've got 3 weapons today I'm going to be recommending to you, and a build. And just a heads up too, some of this stuff might get nerfed, but also some of it might get buffed too. So we'll be talking about that when we get to that portion of the video. If you enjoy these types of videos, build videos, stuff like that, make sure you're subbed to Shidu daily Warframe videos on this channel. And we also are going to be doing lots of live streams with the new update coming up, the 8 Claws. But yeah, first things first, we got this new Kullervo skin out. It's called the Kullervo Apostate skin and helmet, and it's been looking really, really good. Kullervo's not exactly my favorite frame, but this is making me play him a little bit more than usual. Now, what Kullervo usually does in Warframe is he's a melee-focused character. He's got his first ability, giving massive crit chance buffs to melee. His second ability, which launches out these daggers. If you hit an enemy, it will heal Kullervo and give him overguard. If it doesn't hit an enemy, the daggers will come back and damage you, actually. And his third ability is going to link enemies together with his chains, and they're going to share damage. His ultimate is usually like a rain of daggers, but I currently got the helmet off for Nourish because he does not have the best energy economy, usually. Additionally, he's got a passive that gives him heavy attack efficiency for melees, which helps a lot when you're doing heavy attack melees like Kullervo does quite often. So, as far as the build today, we've got a build based around using all weapon types, not fully focused on melee, because Kullervo can actually do a pretty good job with like sniper hard-hitting weapons as well. So with that linking chain, you hit a high damage shot, it will link that damage to nearby enemies and just annihilate the area. Additionally, since you buff crits so much on melees, big AoE melees with slam attacks are going to be really, really good for Kullervo for clearing out the entire room. I've got the Tenet Exec equipped here, but the Sampotes, the Magistar, pretty much every melee in the game is good with Kullervo, even like glaives and stuff too. So let's hop right into the sim and we can talk about all the builds and fashion frame. Okay, so here we are in the sim right now with the new Kullervo Apostate skin. It looks really cool in my opinion. And as far as some of the fashion choices I've got on here, I've got the Apostate helmet and skin. I got the Kullervo Noble animation, and actually Kullervo's new skin actually comes with armor pieces itself too. So Kullervo Apostate shoulder spikes, you can take those off if you want to. Or you can go with some other armor set. I think it looks pretty good at base, so I'm going to keep that on there. And as far as the rest of the stuff here, I got Kullervo's old armor set on his legs. I don't think this comes with an armor set for his legs. Yeah, it doesn't. So leg armor, up to you. And as far as the chest plate, I got the Hexus chest plate with like the sword, because he's got so many daggers on him and swords. I thought this would be kind of nice. Now, as far as the skin itself, guys, this skin actually does have some custom ability animations that might make it a little more enticing than you might think. So if you go ahead and use a build that does have his ultimate, which I think should be like this way, no helmet right here, the animations and effects of these abilities are actually different because of this skin. So we cast a second ability. Those daggers right there are the actual special needle daggers of the skin. And additionally, when you use the ultimate ability of Kullervo, those daggers you throw are also the custom daggers of the skin. So it's better than just a normal deluxe. You're getting special ability effects with it when you do buy this and use this, versus normal Kullervo, which has like very generic looking daggers. But yeah, still really cool, but it does require to use either the second ability or the fourth ability to see that. Now that we've established that, let's go over the build for Kullervo. Now, the build for Kullervo, you might be noticing some things that are a little bit weird. Like, where is ARcane Fury, for example? ARcane Fury is a very good arcane on Kullervo because it is, since I said he's focused on melee crits, this is just perfect for him. On critical hit, chance to increase melee damage for melee after 18 seconds. This is very, very good on him, and it still is good on him. Don't let me not running it dissuade you from running it, because like honestly, these arcanes are pretty good as well. So as far as the arcane choices, we got Arcane Bellicose. It's a new arcane, new-ish. You get increased power strength depending on how much HP you have, up to 72% power strength. So more power strength than multi-augmented, and there's no stacking required. All you have to do is have high HP. And for this build, with Umbra mods, we have full 72% power strength from Bellicose on here. Additionally, our Archon shards for Kullervo, our purple Archon shards, requires to have over 500 energy. So if we use the arcane called Arcane Battery, we get increased energy depending on how much armor we have. So we can mod for armor and get energy out of it. So with Kullervo, him being mostly HP focused with no actual shields, we've modded for armor, so we get 85.8% DR on health, and we got 3,700 HP. So because of these two mods, HP and armor, we've gotten big energy bar and a big power strength increase as well. So that's been established. We have about 340% power strength. We buff our melee crit chance by 696%. And we also have an overguard cap of about 34,000 which is pretty decent. We also share full damage between enemies with our Link ability, and our Nourish gives us a 3x energy multiplier. With the combination of some more mods here, we get about 15 energy regeneration per second just by standing there. Now, as far as the rest of the mods on the build, besides the Umber mods, we've got Energy Nexus, giving us constant energy regeneration. Through Nourish, Nourish multiplies your energy regeneration, so we can multiply this, and we look at Archon Stretch too. When our companion procs Electric, this counts for us, giving us a total of 5 energy per second. Before buffing, it gets buffed to about 15 energy per second with Nourish. So very good there, just get a constant flow of energy. Our abilities cost pretty high amounts on this build. 160 energy for Collective Curse, 77 for Recompense, 38 for Wrathful Advance, and Nourish itself is 77 energy. So 70 energy regeneration per second. This also multiplies orbs too. If you think this is not good enough, you're like, this is not good enough energy economy. I did have Equilibrium on here, but it felt like overkill. If you do want to run Equilibrium, take out Archon Stretch for normal stretch and put Equilibrium over Energy Nexus. But yeah, good stuff there. As far as the rest of the build, continuity to increase the duration of our abilities. So with the recast as much. Blind Rage for big power strength buff gives us more crit chance, gives us more damage. Gives us good, more overguard cap for that matter too. Very good stuff for what we're looking for to do. Stretch, the only range mod on here. You could go for more range, but the range is going to influence how much Collective Curse is going to like link distance-wise. So very good stuff in that regard. And we also got slam mods. Until DE nerfs slam mods, you should use them. Increasing slam damage by a bunch. So very good stuff there. And as far as the aura mod, Steel Charge, it's the most capacity. If you didn't want to put another Umbra form on Kullervo, you would need to put another Umbra for my Kullervo to make this build work with a different aura mod. But yeah, it works great with Kullervo anyway, so might as well rock it. As far as the weapons, let's go ahead and show how this works really quick, though, before we go over the weapons. Now, as far as that, now that we've gone over a lot of stuff, Kullervo's abilities can be very, very beneficial for nearby tanky enemies. So I cast my first ability to get that 696% crit chance buff. I use my second ability to get Overguard and heal from enemies. I can cast it multiple times to get even more Overguard. I cast Nourish to buff my energy multiplier and my damage. I link them together. I can just do a simple heavy attack and should wipe out the entire area. So yes, very good stuff there. And as you can see, our energy bar is completely full. Even if I waste my energy, we can get it back really, really fast. So as you see right there, just standing here doing nothing, energy bar is constantly regenerating, and there's not even any enemies alive to proc Arcane Stretch on. So we're actually lacking about 5 energy per second on the multiplier. But yes, if you didn't know this, that Archon Stretch does work on companion abilities. You see right there, Archon Stretch is proc from our Panzer Cat. So very, very good stuff in that front. Yeah, good stuff there. Let's go ahead and show the rest of the build as far as the weapons. Because, yes, there are other ways to do this. Like I said, you could run Equilibrium if you prefer, but I thought it was just a little bit too much energy overkill. So as stated, we have Archon Shards, purple Archon Shards to give increased melee crit. Very good. Now, we're not fully focusing on it, and you can run Arcane Theory if you want to fully focus on melee, but yeah, we've got the Epitaph and the Rauta here. Now, the Rauta is signature shotgun of Kullervo. This thing actually increases your combo multiplier as you shoot it at enemies. So I think it's like 27 combo per shell. If you include a multi-shot Riven, you only need to have 2 multi-shot mods there because multi-shot does cap out on this thing at 27 combo per shot. And also, we've got debuff mods on it. So since I'm running Nourish, we get viral in our weapons. So we got Corrosive and Magnetic between the Toxin Riven, Shell Shock mod, and Magnetic mod. We're just basically mashing as much fire rate as possible. If there's a fire rate mod in this game, you should run it on your Rauta. I don't have a fire rate Riven, sadly, but yeah, everything fire rate in the game you should be running on here technically if it's worth the slot. So Shotgun Barrage, Frail Momentum, Magnetic Strafe, and we've also got Prime Ammo Stock and Prime Tactical Pump. You get a 12x combo multiplier in one magazine with a build like this. And also remember too, there's currently a bug in Warframe where recoil is not actually in the game right now, so you don't even need to run any recoil reduction mods. So between this and our melee, we could get easy 12x multiplier. You can build up combo also with Kullervo's second ability, his daggers, but it's just not really as good as the Rauta. So if you look right here, we have the combo multiplier on the screen. We can easily build that combo with the Rauta. So we're at 5x, 6x, 12x, 11. So as you see, before the magazine's even empty, we have a 12x multiplier on our melee, which will help a lot for getting big damage for any enemy you might run into. The funny thing about Kullervo, since he has no shields, he has a weird middle ground of like, or weird medium of missions he's viable in. He's very good in missions where he's not going to get killed instantly. But any mission that he would get killed instantly in, like his damage is too high to be in any mission below that. You kill everything in one hit in normal missions, but for level 10,000, where like enemies might be able to survive for like 1 second, they kill you in 1 second too. So it's kind of awkward in that regard. If you don't have a Riven for the Rauta, you can just run a Toxin mod there instead, or you can just run another multi-shot mod, because you'd be lacking the multi-shot mod, and it'll be very similar. Yeah, definitely run like a multi-shot mod. You want to get as close to 27 multi-shot as you can on this thing, so yeah, maybe that would be better, actually. By the way, moving on to the next weapon here. You got the Epitaph Prime. Now this serves as both a procer weapon and a DPS weapon because the Epitaph Prime has a dual nature to it. So yeah, one of the best pistols in the game easily. If you don't have this thing, you should definitely get it. As far as what we're rocking on here, this is a very, very particular build. But thankfully for this setup specifically, you do not actually need the very specific Riven here that is pretty much required, because I'm running Nourish. But yes, if you don't have Nourish active, I've got a Viral Riven. This build is going to be Viral Heat and Hemorrhage. You might be like, why is this guy modding for Viral Heat? I thought he was actually, knew he was talking about modding-wise. This is one of the specific spots where Viral Heat is something I'd actually recommend, because we have the Epitaph that can do AoE procs and also single target. It also has Hemorrhage, which has Forced Impact procs. It's going to be really, really good. We've got a nice combo here of a dual-purpose DPS and procer weapon. So we can proc them with Viral and Heat. You can also proc them up. I think it has like built-in cold procs too and Blast. But when we want to actually unleash the damage, the charge shot of the Epitaph is really, really deadly. So go ahead and show that works. It's really nice with Kullervo's linked up enemies ability, where he can like shear the enemy because it's a high damage headshot, and you link it to nearby enemies for even more destructive damage. So get the Cascadia Flare stacks. Fully Cascadia Flare up. Should be just one headshot basically. There you go. So yeah. What else do I need to say really? Like that was with no galvanized stacks, and it's pretty much just a GG. And the slash procs will be pretty juicy too if you do miss your headshot. So yes, Epitaph Prime, a very strong weapon. This is honestly one of the reasons I'm not modding for fully damage on Kullervo, because he might be a melee frame, but yeah, he can actually do pretty good with guns, like sniper rifles, and, you know, Epitaph, like I just said, Epitaph is very good on him. Like 20 million damage, you know, wiping everything out. There's a DOT after that too, so yeah, that's the thing, is like these enemies that you'll be encountering in normal missions will die like instantly just by looking at you. But when you get to like level 10,000, where you would actually be able to flex this damage a little bit, you have to be very, very particular on how you run level 10,000 Kullervo. I'm going to be doing level 10,000 Lavos the next couple of days, maybe even tonight if I get time for it. But I'll do level 10,000 Kullervo at sometime after that. I've done it before in the past, but it was not pretty. I think I did Reeve Kullervo for level 10,000. It was not pretty. But yeah, Reeve and his third ability are pretty good together for % health damage. So yeah, great build of Epitaph, Viral Heat, like double DOT basically, and then also Viral too. Now for the melee, Kullervo can basically run any melee in the game, but the ones I'm going to run are the ones with the biggest AoE. So as far as what we got today, we got the Tenet Exec. This thing comes from Corrupted Hollow Keys, like Void Storm missions, and it releases shockwaves when you do heavy slam. So this thing and the Sampotes are very, very good at Kullervo, but I think this thing works. It's a little bit more crit focused than Sampotes. Sampotes is very good with influence. This thing is bad with influence, but it's good with crit focus. So I'm going for crit focus on here. As far as the build, Galvanized Reflex would never have 0 combo. We should be at 12x all the time, but with Kullervo's 75% efficiency, this gets added on to 90% efficiency for the minimum drain per heavy slam possible. As far as the Riven, critical damage and toxin, not the best Riven. You could do definitely a better one than this. For the rest of the build, Seismic Slam, this is a slam attack weapon. Until DE nerfs it, you should use it. So Seismic Slam doing lots and lots of damage. You can Galvanize Steel for big crit damage and a little bit of crit chance. Smite ARcane, because we really have so much crit damage already. If you look at our multiplier, we're like 14.2. So if I throw an Organ Shatter, it's like, yeah, I'd get a little bit more crit damage, but we already have so much crit damage, might as well just throw in a Bane mod, because that's a multiplier we're actually lacking right now. The rest of the build, Dispatch Override for increased movement speed after doing a heavy slam, and the rest of the stuff is just like standard crit stuff. I've got an Electric Exec to make this thing have high corrosive. You could technically go for a different element if you prefer. But go ahead and show that it works. So a normal slam on the Exec releases like 3 shockwaves forward. A heavy slam does 3 shockwaves in like a cone. Now here's the thing, if you try to use the Exec like I am, because I think the Exec is cool, you gotta be reminded of this though. The Exec does not like stairs, okay? So if you have any stairs, there are lots of stairs in Warframe that will just completely disable your heavy slam wave. So be very aware of that, like I just saw right there, it didn't go down the stairs. Sometimes it will, usually won't. So yeah, ramps in Warframe are the bane of this thing's existence. So if you don't want to rock this, I'll show you maybe 1 or 2 other weapons at the end that you can do instead. But this thing is very fun for AoE, and it might actually dodge the slam nerfs because of those shockwaves. We don't actually know for right now. So what you do for this is just basically, you don't need to get your 12x, but you might as well get your 12x with your Rauta. It takes about like 5-10 seconds. Now that you've done that, don't even need to proc them up, just slam, and it's pretty much GG, 896 million. You can do 2 billion easily with this build. And yeah, just pretty much GG, 175 million will kill everything in the game in 1 hit, and 2 billion will kill everything in the entire mission in 1 hit, so yeah, that's basically Kullervo for you. He's not really doing anything new. He's getting a new augment in June, so maybe keep an eye out for Kullervo's new augment. We don't know what it's going to do. I would probably guess it could be for his third ability or his maybe his first ability, but we'll see. We have literally no idea. So as far as the final part of the build, the companion, I've got the Panzer Cat. And as far as what this is a special build for the Panzer Cat meant for health frames. So if you look at our build right now, we've got Link Vitality and Link Fiber because Kullervo has so much HP and armor on this build. Our cat has 5,400 health and 2,500 armor. The cat has more armor than me, actually. As far as the build, Tandem Bond's on here, which is going to make it where the companion can give us melee combo. If we are heavy slumming constantly, this can actually drain a little bit. But yeah, the cat attacks things, gets us back to 12x if we need it, which we don't really need, but it's interesting at least. And Tenacious Bond to give us more crit damage. Now, hopefully Tenacious Bond is active. Looks like Tenacious Bond is active here on the cat. It's just gonna have, I'm having attacking things. Now, with Shocking Claws, this will allow you to proc Archon Stretch on your Kullervo, or for any frame for that matter, so I like to rock that. Now, as far as every little mod choice on here, I could probably take off Magnetic Claws technically, but overall, a pretty good build for killing enemies. Now that's basically it for the video, guys. With this much armor and health, you can actually tank like Blitz Xmas on normal Steel Path missions. But as I said earlier, when you get to like level 1,000 plus, that's when Kullervo's HP and survivability starts to fall off really hard. You see the footage right there? Like a level 130 Blitz Xmas can't kill you with this build, but if they were level like 400, 500, they would kill you in one hit with this build. So Overguard Gate is your friend. Shield Gate doesn't exist on Kullervo. And that's basically it, guys. Go enjoy that really cool skin. Lots of... Oh, yeah, you want to see some more melee weapons. Yeah, as far as other melee weapons aren't just the Exec, there's going to be, everything. The Hate Incarnon's really good on Kullervo. The Magistar is good in Kullervo, but it might get nerfed. The Ceramic Dagger is good in Kullervo. Like, literally every melee weapon in the game is good with Kullervo. Oh, one more thing, actually, before we call it here. This skin bundle did come with a Sparring skin, so if you guys want to see that Sparring skin real quick, I can go ahead and show that. So the best Sparring skin is probably the Haruto, because I have it equipped right now already. So if you do want to rock the Haruto, something like this might be okay. But as far as the skin, it's called the Pyakal Sparring skin, and it does have some pretty cool visuals on it when you do a heavy attack. So here's how this looks, and when you do a heavy attack, you have like this glowing energy effect on your body. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I don't know why he got a Sparring skin. He should have got like a shotgun skin, or like a dagger skin, or something like that. But he got a Sparring skin, so if you do want to rock this, that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Kota Haruto's pretty decent too, so yeah, that's basically it for the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see. We're waiting for the new update, so I've got plenty of build videos on the way. But if you have any requests, I've been taking some requests too. So yeah, level 10,000 Lavos on the way, level 10,000 Temples already done. Just needs to get uploaded and more. So I'll see you guys then. For your support, take it easy. Peace.